In this tutorial, you'll discover what MoSyNum is and why this musical system could revolutionize the way we represent and understand music. The MoSyNum system gets its name because it is movable, syllabic, and numeric. Melodies are written using syllables, chords are written using numbers, and the sheet music is movable. This means the same score can be sung or played in any of the 12 keys without changing the names of the melody notes. For the first time, MoSyNum offers a way to represent music using both a universal clef and a universal key. The universal clef shows the melody, harmony, and rhythm of a song without depending on a specific key. The universal key is a system that represents music independently of any particular tonal center. It allows the same score to be read and performed in any of the 12 keys without changing the note names. With this approach, MoSyNum reveals the DNA or essence of a song, its true melodic, harmonic, and rhythmic identity, regardless of the key in which it is composed or performed. As we'll see later, MoSyNum is also very easy to use, even for children or adults with no prior musical knowledge. It makes music truly accessible to everyone. But perhaps the most innovative aspect of MoSyNum is that, for the first time, it's possible to create international sheet music in audio format. As we'll explore, audio scores drastically simplify music learning and are extremely helpful for people with visual impairments. MoSyNum was created with two main goals. The first is to simplify music so that it's accessible to everyone. If you look at these images, you'll see how traditional notation systems use multiple clefs and key signatures. This makes it difficult for most people to read sheet music. To read the notes, you have to decode symbols, like the treble clef or bass clef. With MoSyNum, everything is much easier. There are no clefs or key signatures, and the note names are shown directly, no decoding required. The second goal of MoSyNum is to create an international system for reading sheet music, one that allows people to sing without losing the rhythm of the song. It's important to know that while there is already an international system for writing music, there isn't one for reading it. For example, the same score is read differently in English-speaking and Spanish-speaking countries. In addition, 5 of the musical notes include sharps or flats, which makes their names much longer. With names that long, it's hard to sing or read sheet music without losing the rhythm of the piece. With MoSyNum, any score can be read and sung the same way in any country, without disrupting the rhythm. Listen to this audio score to hear the difference.
No bi na 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 sa lo ko 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 be ba ma ke no bi na 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 sa lo ko ko ba ma ke no.
Next, let's explore some of MoSyNum's key features. The system is based on 4 core principles. First, MoSyNum names the 12 notes of the chromatic scale using 12 unique syllables, different from those used in other systems. Each syllable starts with a consonant and ends with a vowel, making it easier to read and sing melodies without affecting the rhythm. For the first time in music history, it's possible to generate real-time international audio scores, useful anywhere in the world, for teaching and for people with visual impairments. It's important to know that the syllable no always corresponds to the first note of the scale, the tonic or root. Second, MoSyNum reduces the traditional 5-line staff to a single line, eliminating clefs, key signatures, sharps, and flats. The 12 notes of the chromatic scale are identified by their syllables, written below the line. Octave shifts are shown by moving rhythmic figures above or below the main line, using ledger lines. These changes make reading sheet music drastically simpler. Third, the top part of the MoSyNum staff shows the chord progression using a standardized numerical system. This makes it easy to notate complex chords and provides a universal way to represent harmony. This chord notation system is very simple, and we'll explain it in more detail in another tutorial. Here, you can see what each part of the chord symbol means. Here you can see more details about MoSyNum's chord notation system. And here's a MoSyNum tool that helps identify the notes in any chord or progression, in all 12 keys. Fourth, MoSyNum scores are movable, which means they can be sung or played in any of the 12 keys without rewriting the score. This is possible because the 12 melody syllables and the first number of each chord always represent the same degree of the scale. Unlike other systems, the names of the melody notes don't change when the key changes. This tonal flexibility allows musicians with transposing instruments or different vocal ranges to collaborate easily, using the same score. For example, here's the sheet music for Happy Birthday. If we want to play it in C major, the first melody note, syllable co, would be G. The 1M chord would be C major, 5M7 would be G7, and 4M would be F major. If we want to play the same sheet music in G major, now the first melody note co would be D. The 1M chord would be G major, 5M7 would be D7, and 4M would be C major. MoSyNum's movable features can also be used to play all MoSyNum scores in a single key, regardless of the song's original key. This method, called static MoSyNum, offers huge benefits in educational settings. With this method, all songs can be played using just one musical language instead of 12. Perhaps the most important innovation is that MoSyNum allows us, for the first time, to generate real-time international audio scores. Until now, written sheet music was the only way to show how a melody should sound. That required learning complex written codes, like what notes to play, how long to hold each one, and how to follow the rhythm. MoSyNum audio scores let you hear how a melody sounds, without any of that written complexity. These audio scores can be used by children and adults with no music training. For example, if a child listens to the following audio score a few times, they could play it on the piano, even if they've never read music. Real-time audio scores are incredibly useful for learning music. When you combine a written score with an audio score, it becomes much easier to understand how the written notes translate into sound. It's easier to grasp pitch, note duration, and rhythmic flow. For people with visual impairments, audio scores are a true breakthrough and a powerful alternative to written music systems like Braille. Let's listen to how this MoSyNum audio score sounds.
のびのけののにここばばばにばこばこけばばににのさこべべべのさこべべべのさびこにのさここのびのけののにここばばばにばこばこけばばににのさこべべべのさこべべべのさびこにのさここまこけこここのこびこここまこけこここのこびここのびのけののにここばば
The MoSyNum system works for musicians of all levels, from children who want to learn piano before reading music, to advanced musicians who want a score that shows the DNA of a piece and can be played in any key. MoSyNum is fully compatible with traditional music systems and completely free. We invite you to try it. You'll find all the information and tools you need in the link provided in the video description. Discover how MoSyNum simplifies music more than you ever imagined.